project is in microservices architecture, and its tech stacks are Java 8 Spring Boot as backend, AngularJS as frontend, MySQL Oracle as database, and I have developed REST API using Spring JPA Hibernate, and we are working in Agile environment. And I'm from initial I'm working as a developer in all the team wherever I have worked. Apart from that, my role in Agile team is of SME. So most of the apart from the development thing, I'm indulged in the requirement gathering and all the discussion with the clients.
Okay. So, can you tell about your current project? What exactly the project is, and briefly explain about that particular project?
Yes. Currently, my project is of retail domain. Its client is Walgreens, and our project is for the employee of the Walgreens, where it's basically it is for measurement of the performance of all the stores. So there are multiple metrics in our projects where which has a certain business logic on which it is being calculated for all the stores, and it's a kind of our application is being used by a store manager, like the one who is working at the store, as well as the business users who are actually who actually analyzing the performance and all, taking care of all the inventory metrics and all other things. So this is the brief introduction of my project.
Okay, and so do you know how the data flows into, what is the source of data and how the data is presented? I assume that you must be having a dashboard, right? Or a web application.
We have a dashboard as well as web application. For few of the scenario, there is dashboard which is mailed to business user and all, and we most of the time it's a web application where we show our data.
And you were part of the backend developer.
Team, yes.
Okay, what was the source of the data, and how was the implementation done? Is it through microservices or?
Yeah, actually, this is the same project I have been working from last 5 years. It was monolithic. Now it is in migration phase, and we have 4 to 5 microservices ready. So it is not in full use, like it is in coexisting stage currently. So a few of the requests are being routed to the microservices, but it's very, I guess 30 or 40% of the requests are being migrated currently to the microservices. Rest are being served by the monolithic application only. So here the data flow is of we have there are for all the metrics there is a target requirement which business user provides. The data for the target requirement, they provide the data in the form of Excel and keep it on the server using the web application. From there we are having batches which pulls and which stores the data in the database, and from there we are having our applications which pick the data and perform the business logics and display as per the requirement.
So the data is coming from an Excel, is it?
Yes. Okay. Like initial
size?
Yeah, sorry.
What's the size of the data?
It's most of the time we are we are having multiple metrics. For each metric, if I talk, then it's of very 1 KB or something, because it only contains the target value. So we have multiple, currently in one of the application we are having 20 metrics, so 20 different files which is being processed by the batch. And after that we have all the business logic implemented in our code, so it picks the target value for every month, and accordingly it's performs the calculation, and then it displays on the screen. So it's of 1 KB file. Yeah.
Okay, so So how this data is read? Like it is from the service, microservices that you have been talking about?
Yes, we have currently in one of the project, like we are having multiple small applications. So for one application, it is being done by microservices, and for rest of the, like, I'm more aware about the older one. So there we are having Unix batches which does this thing, reading the data from file and copying it into the database.
Okay, so you are reading the data from the file, you are loading the data into the database. And how is this made available to the application? It is through the web services, right? If my understanding is correct.
Yes, right.
Okay, so have you all been part of this entire process, or you were only concentrated on the development or the work related to the web service?
No. Like I have been part of the project as a whole, and currently, like there are some people who are working for development of microservices, and I have built, I guess two internal REST API, which is actually transferring data for. It is kind of feeder. Like we are having multiple small applications, which is actually the main theme is the same, but there are multiple applications. So what it does, like if data is there in the Oracle or MySQL, and there is requirement by another microservices, which is actually processing that data in the form of Elasticsearch or in some other form. So in that case, it just need that data for further calculation. So in that case, we have built a REST API, which is getting the data according to business logic. It sends it to the calling microservices. So we are doing that. So we have added few of this kind of REST API, and still development is going on currently in my project.
Okay, so again, so this time you have introduced a concept called of Elasticsearch, right?
Yes.
So I'm just trying to identify the architecture of your application. Okay. So I'm not getting that clear idea. So can you please briefly explain the end-to-end architect of your application?
If I talk about architect, then it's basically like we are having multiple source to get the. I talked about that Excel file. That is the one thing which we are getting from the business user. Then we are having different, like we also get data from the LDAP team. We also get data from the inventory team, and there are multiple sources from where we are getting data, and that data we are processing. If it's, I talk as a whole, that data is being accessed and processed according to business users. So we have we have different interface to get those datas. Yeah.
Okay, so there are different sources of data.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you read these sources differently, or do you collaborate that into one database and then you do a one round of read?
No. We are actually processing all the datas differently. Like we have different database for them, because we have multiple small our whole application is divided into multiple small application, and hence we have their separate database. So we read from the source, and then we copy it in the particular database.
Which database you usually use?
MySQL and Oracle.
Okay, have you worked upon MySQL and Oracle? Are you comfortable?
Yes, definitely.
Writing queries and
writing queries is like basic thing I am able to do, I have done, but writing the complex queries, I have not yet get chance to do that, but I think I am comfortable, I can do that.
How comfortable you are in writing the queries? Like if you have to rate yourself from 1 to 5, how comfortable you are?
For writing the SQL queries. As I talked, that I have not got chance to do that, but yeah, I have understanding. I can, like when I see any complex query, I am able to understand that. So I think if I'll get chance, I will do that. I will be able to do that. So I cannot tell the exact